Welcome back to the Python Masterclass. In episode 14, we explored iterators, generators, and decorators. Now, in episode 15, the final episode of our foundation series, we cover the skills that every professional Python developer uses before writing a single line of code, virtual environments, and pip. And we look at the project structure that professional teams use every day. Here is a problem every beginner eventually hits. You install a library for one project, and it breaks another project that needs a different version of the same library. Virtual environments solve this completely. Each virtual environment is an isolated Python installation, its own Python, its own pip, and its own installed packages. Packages installed in one environment are completely invisible to every other environment on your machine. Look at the animation. 3 projects, 3 virtual environments. Project A uses requests and Flask. Project B uses Django and NumPy. Project C uses FastAPI and Pydantic. Each lives in its own bubble with its own packages and its own versions. They can never interfere with each other. This is the foundational rule of professional Python development. Creating a virtual environment is a single command, Python Venv. You then activate it. On macOS and Linux, you source the activate script. On Windows, you run scripts /activate. Once activated, every pip install goes into that isolated environment. The critical habit is to freeze your dependencies immediately after installing. Pip freeze redirects the complete list to requirements.txt. Anyone can reproduce your exact environment with one command using pip install r. The standard production project layout separates source code, tests, and configuration cleanly. Source code lives in a src folder inside your application package. Tests have their own folder. The virtual environment folder, named Venv, stays in the project root but is never committed to version control. Add it to your .gitignore file immediately. The requirements.txt file, on the other hand, is always committed. It is how deployment servers and collaborators know what to install. The professional workflow is 5 steps that you follow for every single project. 1. Create your project folder. 2. Create the virtual environment inside it. 3. Activate the environment before you do anything else. 4. Install packages and immediately freeze to requirements.txt. 5. Add Venv to .gitignore before your first git commit. Follow this every time, and you will never have dependency conflicts or broken environments. And that is episode 15 and the end of the Python Masterclass Foundation series. 15 episodes. Variables, data types, operators, conditionals, loops, functions, lists, tuples, dictionaries, sets, file handling, exceptions, classes, inheritance, modules, generators, decorators, virtual environments, and pip. You now have a genuine professional-grade foundation in Python. This is not just beginner knowledge. This is what working Python developers use every single day. Season 2 is coming. Async programming, testing, APIs, and databases. Subscribe, and I will see you there.